Now, in this video, we will going to discuss and we are going to take up one more problem. A point is 10 mm below HP, lying on VP, and 30 mm in front or behind or from RPP. Draw its projections and name the side view. So, as the condition given is, see here, since it is lying on VP, it can be in any of the four quadrants. But now first we need to identify which is in which quadrant this point will going to lie. So, but the condition gives with respect to HP below HP. So, obviously the first and second quadrant is ruled out. Because the condition in the first and second quadrant, it is above HP. So, but now since it is below HP, so it can be in either third or fourth quadrant. And it is lying on VP. And it is 30 mm in front or behind or from RPP. Now, we will going to start with the third quadrant. So, as we see, it is below HP. So, in third quadrant, what happens? It will be, in the third quadrant, it will be below HP and behind VP. So, as it is behind VP, so here we will going to have this. So, when you look from the front view, we can see the distance below HP of 10 mm. Since it is behind VP, so obviously it should be behind RPP. So I am looking from this direction. So here, behind RPP distance of 30 mm is seen in the vertical plane. So we have 30 mm here. So 10 mm here. So that point will be P dash. So when you look from the top view, I can see the distance behind RPP, and also since it is on VP, so obviously the image will going to be on HP. So you're going to get this point here. So this point will be small p. When you look from the side view, we can see the distances of both front and top. So where you have the front view, on that line you will going to get this side view. So you will going to get below HP and also on VP. So it will be this point. So how to do now? When you cut it here and open, so since it is in third quadrant, HP will go to the top and RPP will rotate to the side. So we're going to get this position. So that means when you look from the front view, we can see the distance behind RPP, which is 30 mm, is seen in VP, and also below HP of 10 mm can be seen in vertical plane. So that point is P dash. So when you look from the top view, we can see the distance 30 mm. So that distance is here. So we're going to get 30 mm here. And since it is on VP, obviously that point will be on HP. So we're going to get this point small p here. As we see from the profile view, we can see the distances of both front and the top. So when you project this here, it will come to this point. And from here it comes down where you have front view. On that line, you're going to get this point. So it will going to be P double dash, where you can see below HP is this distance and it is on VP. So obviously this point will going to come here. So if it is behind VP, then it will some distance, then it will go to this and then it will come here. So as this distance is above the XY line. So now when you want to draw by orthographic view, first we are going to draw the XY line and the X1, Y1 line, and then identify the planes HP, VP and RPP. Then from X1, Y1 line, you measure 30 mm and draw a vertical line parallel to X1, Y1. The distance below HP is 10 mm. You measure this distance and mark this point. You mark this point as P dash. Then since it is on HP, obviously that point will be on VP. So you're going to get this point here. You mark this point as P. Then you draw a 45-degree line adjacent to HP. Then project the top view point onto 45-degree line. So when it is projected, it will come here. Then from here you draw a vertical projector down and draw a horizontal projector from P dash. Both will going to intersect at this point. You are going to get this as P double dash. Since it is behind RPP, so obviously the view what you are going to get is the right side view. Now we are going to try to solve the problem in the fourth quadrant. So when you take up this fourth quadrant, so here in the fourth quadrant it will be 10 mm below HP and lying on VP. So we are going to consider, since it is in front of VP, so obviously it should be 30 mm in front of RPP. So in front of RPP will going to come into the picture only when I look from the left side view. So the image what you are going to get here, it should be left side view. So that is what we are getting here, left side view. So now when you look from the front view, I can see the distance below HP, which is seen in VP, and also the distance with respect to the profile plane, which is 30 mm in front of RPP, is seen in VP. So when you look from the top view, since it is lying on VP, so obviously that point will be on HP, and also we can see the distance of 30 mm in front of RPP. So that distance is seen from here to here. And when you look from the side view, I can see the distance below HP, that is 10 mm below HP, and it is on VP. So obviously that point will be on this line. And the view what you will going to get for this is the right side view. So when you cut it here and then rotate it, so HP will going to come overlap on VP and RPP will go towards the right side. So this is how the image will go to look. So here the distance with respect to the profile plane of 30 mm is seen in both VP and HP. So from here you are going to get this 30 mm. Then the distance 10 mm below HP is seen in vertical plane. So from here you measure 10 mm and you draw mark this point, which is P dash. Then since it is on VP, obviously that point will be on HP. So you're going to get this point as P. Then when you look from the side view, I can see the distances of both front and top. So when the top view is projected till it comes here, then it is projected down. You are going to get this image here where you have the front view. On that line, you will going to get the side view. Since it is in front of RPP, obviously the view what you will going to get is the left side view. So first, to do this orthographic view, so first we will going to draw the XY line and the X1Y1 line. You identify the planes VP, HP and RPP. Then distance with respect to the profile plane, which is 30 mm, you measure from X1Y1 line and draw a vertical projector. Then the distance with respect to HP, which is 10 mm, you measure from XY line, you take this point and you mark this point as P dash. Then since it is lying on VP, obviously this point will be on HP. So the point is here P on XY line. And then as HP is below the XY line, you draw a 45-degree line below the XY line. And you project the top view point onto 45-degree line, so it will come to the origin. And draw a horizontal projector from P dash to the profile view. And draw a vertical projector from this origin so that both will going to intersect at this point. You mark this point as P double dash. So the view what you will going to get is left side view. So obviously this point should be P is in fourth quadrant. But when you want to solve this problem in AutoCAD, we will going to solve the problem in fourth quadrant, because the same type of problem which I have solved in the previous video is doing in third quadrant. Now we are going to try to solve this problem in the third quadrant. So but when you observe these two, both will going to have the same sketch, but except that the planes are different. And also here in the third quadrant it is right side view, in the fourth quadrant it will be the left side view. So that is how it will going to change. So this is the analysis of this particular problem wherein the point lying on VP. Now we will try to solve the problem in AutoCAD. So to do that, first we will go to the AutoCAD screen, then switch off the grid mode. I will switch off the grid mode and switch on the ortho mode. So go to command called limits, then specify lower left corner 0, 0, upper right corner you take 297, 210. Then zoom all, then go to line, select some arbitrary point and click on first button of the mouse. As it is in ortho mode, the cursor moves in horizontal or vertical. Take some distance and click on first button of the mouse and drag the mouse towards the upside. Take the distance, some distance, and click on first button of the mouse. Then specify next point. You just press enter key. Then go to offset. Take the distance as 297. So that is the sheet size of A4. You just click on this vertical line. Take some distance towards the left side of the cursor entity, and then click on the first button of the mouse. Then since your previous, since by default is exit, you just come out. Then previous command is offset. Take the enter and type 210. Then select the object to offset. You select this horizontal line and offset to the top side. Then go to zoom extents and then zoom 0.6x. Now just go to fillet between this line and this line, and fillet between this line and this and fillet between these two. Then go to zoom window. Then you take D-text. So here a point is 10 mm below HP lying on VP and RPP. So now we'll go for the D-text command. Specify start point. You select some point. Take the height as 4 and rotation angle of text as 0. Take the problem number 14. So a point is 10 mm below HP. And laying on VP. On VP. And 30 mm behind or in front or from RPP. Draw its projections and name the side view. So to do that, now we'll try to solve this problem by considering this fourth quadrant. So we're going to take this. First we have to draw the XY line and identify the planes. So to do that, first I'll just take zoom window. Now we're going to create the layers now. First layer, go to new, type the layer by name XY. Then click on new, type the layer by name front view. Then click on new, type the layer by name top view. And click on new, type the layer by name side view. Now, so we will going to adjust the line weights now. That is basically because I need to have the different thicknesses for the line entity. So the line weight of 0 layer will be 0.05 because the projector lines will always have 0.05 thickness. The XY line will always have the line weight as 0.13. So if we're going to take this, of course we will not be able to see much difference, but this is the, when you take it in printout, you will going to change, when you will going to see the difference of the line thicknesses. Then go to front view. So this is the color management of the layer front view. Layer will going to have magenta. Then the top view will going to have red. Then side view will going to have blue. Okay. Why we do all these things? Because in some printouts they will going to identify by color. So that is the reason why we are doing this. So then you switch off this, come out of this layer command. So now we are going to draw a line command. Take some arbitrary point and click on the first button of the mouse and drag the mouse towards the right side and take some distance and click on the first button of the mouse. Again, go to line command, pick some arbitrary point and take the cursor down and click on the first button of the mouse. Now, once you do that, now we identify the planes VP, HP and RPP. So to do that, so go to D-text. So I will mark this point, take the height as 3. So you mark this point as VP. Then beneath that, we are going to write HP. And which is in bracket because both are overlapping. Now we're going to take RPP here. Now after identifying the planes, now we need to take the distances. So the distance with respect to the profile plane 30 mm seen in both HP and VP. So you'll go to offset, take the distance as 30. You select this vertical line and offset it here. Then 10 mm below HP. So since your previous command is offset, you take 10 mm. Select this and offset it here. Then go to fillet between this line and this line. And then go to trim. You cannot do fillet here. If you do fillet, what happens? So if you do this fillet, everything will be erased here. So that's the reason why we should not undo it. So now I go to trim. You select this line. Cutting it, you trim this. Then we have since HP is down, I will take line intersection of these two, and then at the rate I will take 100 mm less than minus 45. Then you just break this line till here, then go to erase. Then go to trim this line till here, it's not required. Then go to move, switch off the ortho mode, you select this and place it here. Then go to break this line till here, then you break this line till here. So I need space to write VP and HP, so you break this line till here and you break this line till here. So now you just move this VP here and HP here beneath that. Then go to date text. So you click here and mark this as X, and you mark this as Y, and you mark this as X1, and you mark this as Y1. Once you do that, then we'll go for donut. Take the inside diameter as 0 and the outside diameter as 3, and put intersection point of this, and took intersection point of this, and take the intersection point of this. Now we need to identify the layers. Now we want to change the layers. So you just click on X1, Y1 and XY line and change the thickness to 0.13. So go to layer, you make this as XY. Don't change the line weight to 0.13. If you change the layer to XY, automatically the default line type and default color, everything will going to be taken by itself. Now we need to write the text. So here, since it is P, you write P here. So here is P dash, and this is going to be P double dash. Now we need to move. You select this, move it wherever you want. So I want it on this side, or I will take this here so that I can put the layer there. Then you take the top view, you select this, so go to CH, go to layer, change it that layer to top view. Automatically that layer color will going to take. Similarly, you take this line and you take these two, go to CH, go to layer and make this as front view. So if you want to cancel this, you just press escape, then only it will go to cancels. Then you take these two and then click on this, go to CH, go to layer, to make this layer as side view. So you're going to get this. Then go to move this bit inside, nearer to that point. Now we need to do the move of X1, Y1. I will move this, and similarly this Y, and similarly Y1, then X. Now we need to do the dimensioning. Before doing the dimensioning, I want to adjust the dimensioning variables. So DDIM. So go to modify. So first I will adjust the offset from the origin. So the distance is this. So you have to offset this origin. So I'm going to take this offset from the origin as 2. And then go to symbols. See the difference. You're going to get this as 2. Offset from the origin as 2. So you're going to get this distance. Then symbols and arrows. Take the arrow size as 3. Then go to text. So is the difference now. The arrow size has been changed because, and it is a text height is by default. I want to take the text height as 3 as the arrow size. Then text placement, I will going to take above. See the difference. It is changing. Then align with the dimension line. It is changing. Then offset from the dimension line as 2. I will take this. Then go to primary units. So the primary units is linear dimension is up to 4 decimal point. That is because the precision is 4. So make it as 0. See the difference. So this is how you will going to get the final preview. What you want to do in your dimension. I will just say OK and then say close. Now we go for dim mode. Now I'm going to take center of this and then center of this. So I'm going to get 30. Then go to center of this. Then center of this. You want to take 10. Then you will going to get angle. Just type A. Select between these two. You get 45 degree. Then go to escape. Then go to leader, LEA. Take center of this. Now you take it out. Put on the ortho mode. And annotation option none. So go to dtext. So here, since it is fourth quadrant, it is in front of VP. in front of VP with respect to the RPP, where you will going to get? It should be on the left side view. So this is how, and you just select this, go to CH, go to layer, make that layer as side view. So now we need to draw the projections. So I will just go to leader, take nearest, and switch on the ortho mode. To drag this and place it here, and options none. Then go to leader, go to nearest, and to take it to the top side, annotation option none. Then leader, nearest, from here you take it on this side, annotation option none. Then go to explode, select this line, and you select this line, and then go to erase this line, and erase this line, and erase this line. So this is how you will be able to solve this problem in AutoCAD for the fourth quadrant. Now I want to write the final answer. To do that, so I'll go for the point. So I'm going to take text type S3, point capital P lies in third as well as fourth quadrant. In third quadrant, but in third quadrant, side view is right side view, because behind RPP. In fourth quadrant, side view is LS view, because in the fourth quadrant RPP left side in front of VP, in front of LPP, RPP. So that is the reason why you will go to get the left side view. So this is how you will be able to write the final answer. And this is how we can analyze in the fourth quadrant, and the point is in VP, and also by using AutoCAD software. Thank you.